Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Daughters of Hadassah. My name is Gail. Today, let's have a conversation about Gomar. Oh, nobody talks about Miss Gomar, but Miss Gomar has a lot to say to us as Bible believers, as real and relevant women of today. Let's dive into Gomar. You know Gomar. Gomar was the wife of the prophet Hosea. God told Hosea to marry a prostitute. Now, why in the world would God have Hosea to marry a prostitute? I'm glad you asked, because Israel was being, excuse my French, whorish when it came to God. They are people of God, and they're using idols and doing all kinds of things that were not pleasing in God's sight. So Hosea, being the prophet of the day, God wanted the people to see, just as I called my prophet to marry this prostitute, you have prostituted me, or I am married to a prostitute, because we can't prostitute God, of course. But God was married to his people, and he felt like he was married to a prostitute, because the children of Israel were running around and chasing idols and not serving him and putting him second, third, and fourth instead of first. They was chasing everything but God. But Gomer, the streetwalker, the hooker, the thought, the chicken head, the things we call women, loose women nowadays. Gomer was a prostitute. But Gomer had purpose. And that's the thing that I want to talk about today. No matter who a person is, we have no right to look down on anybody else because of the things that they do. We are called to heal and help hurting people. Now, Gomar has some issues in her. Hosea knew she was a prostitute when he met her, but he tried to make her a housewife anyway, because God told him to marry her. Gomer ran around. She continued to do the things that she was doing because Gomer was just Gomer. Gomer didn't have or didn't want the help that could have been offered to her. And we can't say that she couldn't have gotten delivered, because we have Rahab, who was a harlot, who ends up in the lineage of Jesus. So we do know that you can turn a whore into a housewife if they want it. But Gomer didn't want to be changed. Even as she was married to Hosea, the prophet, she continued to be who she was. Now, why was Gomer the way that she was? The Bible doesn't say. But we know, looking at women today, a lot of us have a lot of underlying issues, a lot of issues that we don't deal with, that we have not dealt with, that we refuse to deal with, we refuse to face. Why did this happen to me? Why did this have to happen to me? Oh, I'm no good. Oh, I'm damaged goods. Oh, he wouldn't have did this or treated me this way if I had value, if I was worth anything. Instead of knowing and investing and learning in how to change her mindset, Gomer decided that this is who I am. This is my plight. This is who I'm always going to be. So even married to a prophet, she continued to run around and be intimate with other men. Now, how do you know she was intimate with other men? Because the Bible says that Hosea wasn't even sure that the children that she bare was his. Gomar was jacked up. She had a good husband. Somebody who was high up in statures. But those demons in her would not allow her to rest and be anything other than who she was. Now, I stated earlier that Gomar had a purpose. And Gomar's purpose was to show the children of Israel, just like I'm a hoe, you're a hoe. You don't put God first. You don't acknowledge God first. You're not faithful to God in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So why should I be faithful to this prophet? She was an illustrated sermon to the people of Israel, that their beloved and devoted prophet, oh my God, would be married to a prostitute. We point the finger at people in the Bible, but we, even today, we're unfaithful. We run around on God just like Gomar, chasing men, chasing jobs, chasing opportunities, and put God on the back burner instead of putting God first. We are no different from Gomar. We are no different from the children of Israel back in the day. Some of us are more committed than others, but none of us are perfect. So we look at Gomar. We disregard Gomar because she was the unfaithful wife of Hosea. Hosea's children may not have been his children because Gomar was a streetwalker doing her thing, refusing to change. We sit in church. We sing on the choir. We dance in the dance ministry. We preach in the pulpit. We do all these things. Usher, deacon, trustees. We lead. But we're just like Gomar. Because we're unfaithful to a faithful God. Now Gomar, married to the priest, to the prophet, had a faithful, committed, loving, I'll never leave you till death do us part husband. Everything a woman could dream of. And she kept walking the streets. She kept being intimate with other men. Our God, He's faithful. He's committed. He loves us. He'll never leave us, never forsake us. And we keep running after men and women and cars and bags and things, opportunities. This is my chance. God, I gotta put you on the back burner for a while because I need to do this. We whore just like Gomar was a whore. We don't like to hear those words with our dignified selves. But real talk, relevant talk, we do the same thing to God that Gomar did to Hosea. But one thing for certain, two things for sure. No matter what Gomar did, Gomar still had purpose. This is Gail, Daughters of Hadassah. Have a blessed and prosperous day.